Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies.
What does that mean? Because
Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies. Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies with Wade and Maliki.
Welcome to Movies with Wade and Maliki. Or Maliki and Wade. I think it comes off the tongue better when it's Wade and Maliki, but it looks better on paper when it's Maliki and Wade.
Yeah.
This is
Season
a show.
1.
Yeah, end of season 1. This is season 2. Is this a season 2 premiere or a season 1 finale?
Both.
Okay. Well,
They overlap.
This is the season 2 premiere / season 1 finale of our show where we discuss movies every month. Wade and I pitch each other 3 movies each, and we go and watch them, and then we come back and we talk about them. Today's a big day because it is a year since we started the show. A year ago, Wade approached me with this idea. And I thought it was great because most of the stuff I do on this channel, especially collaborations, are very political. And, you know, when you talk about that kind of stuff for like a session with a friend, it's kind of a bummer instead of like a fun, uplifting experience. So that's what we try to cultivate here. A fun, uplifting experience, something for the wizards, something for all the queer movie watchers, some of the straight ones, and yeah, we're just here to entertain you.
Yeah, I've definitely had plenty of fun for sure this year. Yeah.
I'm hitting my bed. 1 second.
Yeah. Well, we got some awards to do first. The last year, the first season, picking our top picks.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do this, but I was thinking of like creating a cool intro song, but I just was lazy, and you know, hardly anybody watches the show anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, I thought about maybe doing a different version of the theme song, but that's kind of where I feel too. Is like maybe give it another year, have like at least 2 watchers before we start pouring too much effort into this. It's the most fun right now when we just take it easy. So you want to do your... I feel like you have a better structure in mind for how you're going to do these rewards.
Sure, I'll go. I'll take it off. So, for season 1, the nominees for best recommendation from Maliki are in no particular order: The Stuff, Vanilla Sky, Zardoz, and They Live. And the winner. Envelope, please.
Ooh.
The winner is They Live.
They Live.
Woo-hoo.
That's really cool because that's one of... and you know, it's a movie I pitched because I don't like it. So it's really cool that you like it so much it's your favorite. I mean, movies.
Well, let's see. Who would give the acceptance speech? I don't know. I just like looking at all the movies that you recommended. Like there were some really great ones, but that movie, it inspired one of my music videos, a little Obey. That was really fun.
I think that's the coolest thing you've ever made, by the way.
Thanks. I've never also noticed, like, once I was familiar with, I mean, it had such a big impact on like cultural, social, cultural, pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Like now I see it all over the place, like references to it, and I'm like, oh, that's from They Live. all the signs, obey, watch TV, and all those freaky faces. And man, I tell you, they live. Those motherfuckers, they're everywhere. You just got to put on your glasses.
Yeah, I feel like if they redid that movie, I would like it. Because a lot of why I don't like it is just it's just too 90s schlocky for me, you know? The metaphors are way too ham-fisted. At least several of them are. I like the fact that he seems like a mass shooter throughout the movie, and like he's on like a criminal bender because he basically just found out that aliens existed. And I like that the glasses show the aliens. I don't like an 8-minute fight between two characters where most of it is them grunting and like pushing each other a couple feet, you know, unbearable. So They Live. What would you give that on like a scale of 1 to 100? Like as like a objective score for a movie, like if you're a teacher grading the movie.
Man, it has been. I would prefer to like grade it fresh off, you know, when right after watching it. Well, it's fresh on the memory, but maybe like a good solid 90, something like that. Definitely room for improvement, but
yeah, I think I would give it a C.
Interesting concept, right?
But I love some C movies. I think one of the movies I'm going to pitch to you today is like definitely a C or a D tier movie, but I thought it was amazing. Okay. So Wade's favorite movie of the year was They Live. The top recommendations from Wade to me are Until the End of the World, Begonia, and Mickey 17. It was hard to pick from the list of movies that I liked to choose these three, and it's hard to pick from one of these three the one I liked the most. But I think I would have to go with Begonia because it's the only movie I've watched in years where I was like my face was getting so close to the screen and I wasn't blinking and I was like, what the fuck is going to happen next? I was so on the fence about whether the aliens were real the whole time, and like it's just such a good fucking movie, and it draws you into this like place where you're supposed to be the skeptical person in the room, you know, and everybody else is acting fucked up, and the skepticism works against you because it is wrong. It is the wrong like feeling to have in that moment. But yeah, my favorite of the year was Begonia.
We'll see if that. I mean, that is nominated for one of the Oscars for, I think, Best Picture. So we'll see if that wins. But definitely got our own little awards. We should have made some like little statues or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Just out of curiosity's sake, what would you give Begonia? Like a scale, a grade.
That's got to be higher than They Live. It's yeah. See, now I think my scale might be off a little bit because I didn't leave room for improvement. Like it's got to be I mean, better than They Live, but there's not much room. 95, 96.
Well, and I feel like it is what They Live wanted to do, but just couldn't at the time, you know, like have like people like be fucked up and terrified of these aliens that are like living amongst you. I would give it probably like a low A or a high B, just because it felt like it was like super didn't give me any room to breathe, And sometimes I appreciate that. Like, I think the perfect movie is a movie that has like really intense moments, but then like lets up a little bit on the gas. And the Begonia was just, it was full steam forward the whole fucking time. My favorite part is when he's like riding on the bicycle after killing his mom. And that's one spoiler, but it doesn't spoil the plot. And he's like crying, knowing that he like just killed her, and like wanting to like get revenge. But it's like the him being told to do that was fucking completely ridiculous. But I think it's like the sort of hinting towards the alien thing. Yeah, I'm trying not to completely spoil a brand new movie, but just so everyone knows, the first week we talk about a movie, we try not to spoil it, but the second time when we're talking about the movie, it's a lot harder to do that.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah,
for sure.
Spoiler alerts for last month's movie the next month. So my recommendations for you, Wade, last month were Interstellar.
Are we gonna?
Oh, we're gonna do more.
Oh yeah. Well, no. I see where you're going.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw it to you.
Yeah, I see. So yeah, Interstellar, Star Trek, the motion picture, and Weapons.
Yep.
All right. So, and I had seen Interstellar and the Weapons, so I actually, man, it's like either some weird deja vu, or maybe I saw Star Trek a long time ago. But I mean, it's very possible. Came out in 1979. The thing that I thought was interesting about it, it comes out 2 years after Star Wars, the first episode. What was that? 4. Whatever. Yeah. What was that called?
Anyway. A New Hope.
So it comes out, and like there wasn't really anything in particular that I like. They're both kind of in a sci-fi space realm, but like Star Wars just took off in popularity enormously. I don't know what the ratio is, but there's definitely, I gotta say, there's way more Star Wars fans. But yeah, I thought it was interesting because I was like, why did Star Wars do so much better than this movie? Because I thought it was very well done. Some incredible visual effects for the time that it came out. I thought it was kind of silly though, all these like,
thank you,
skin tone beige jumpsuits.
Yeah. The future, like clothes in every old sci-fi movie, is just spandex.
Yeah, I do like. Oh shoot! Where was I going? Oh, that. So aside from like Star Wars, because it's in a galaxy far away a long time ago, but Star Trek takes place in the future, and they have references to Earth, so it's kind of brings it closer to the imagination. But I really thought the story was like the main story, spoiler alert, where the satellite that they sent out long before gets discovered by intelligent life. And man, like I wonder about, that twist
was so cool to me.
Yeah, we've sent some things out there in deep space, just like Hail Mary. Pretty wild.
Yeah. What if it came back one day to kill us because it got really smart? That's like if the Star Trek writers were more cynical.
Trying to think of what else I would want to say about it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to pick it apart too much.
Did you think the turn at the end was a little weird when the guy on the crew was like, hey, I'll become a weird interstellar being with you? Girl who is not my girlfriend anymore, but is instead an alien inhabiting her body?
And it reminds me, it was like some weird spin-off version of Journey to the Center of the Earth, but this guy has like a fiance back home, but he like they're leaving the underworld, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and hook up with this random alien human that. It's like, okay, whatever.
That's whenever that happens in a script, I assume it's like a perverted fantasy of the writer. You know, that's the only thing that makes sense to me, because for the character, it never makes sense. It's always just the strangest decision when they decide to pair off with the alien they just met. Star Trek, it happens pretty often in the show, from what I've heard. I haven't really watched much Star Trek though. Okay, well. The movies that Wade recommended to me this month are The Legend of Ochi, Together, and The Abyss. I had a resolution at the beginning of this year to watch every movie that Wade recommends me. And so I watched all three of them. I'm only going to go in depth into the one I liked the most, but I am going to shit on Together a little bit.
Oh, all right, a little bit of shit. Okay.
So I like The Abyss. It was a little boring. I watched the extended cut. It's probably my fault. But I honestly like underwater, like bomb stuff just didn't catch my attention very much. Together, I thought was really okay. I hated the characters, but you're kind of supposed to hate the characters. So I gave it some leeway for that. And I really like that it's like a toxic couple metaphor, and it like every moment makes you like want them to separate, but they won't. And it's like a metaphor for a real life toxic relationship, like seeing it from the other perspective. And then they play with that by never giving you that. And then the very end I thought was dumb, just so dumb. That the last cut is them combined into a single person. That's just like, hey, what's up? And then the movie's over. I did not. I would have much rather preferred her parents coming home and finding like a fleshy mass on the ground. And I was like waiting for it. And then there was like, I did not expect it at all, but it wasn't like a fun surprise. It was, I did not like it. So. But yeah,
Dang.
How did you feel about that very last moment? You were fine with it? You were like, that's cool?
Well, no, like thinking back on it now, I'm like, yeah, it does kind of feel like they ran out of ideas, you know.
And they didn't have to. They were done with the movie. They didn't need more ideas. But yeah, I really left a sour taste in my mouth. So the movie I liked the most, which I didn't expect this because it looked like a kids movie that was produced in Russia or something. And I was like, this is the wild card, I guess. And I watched it and I fucking loved it. I thought, what's that guy's name? The Joker guy.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem
what
Dafoe.
Are you talking about?
Legend
the
of
Green
Ochi.
Goblin, though.
Yeah. What did I say? The Joker?
Yeah.
Green Goblin. Yeah. Spider-Man's Joker. He was very good in the movie. He like wore the suit of armor and kept talking with like very heavy, like Christian fundamentalist tones. And everybody was so fucking tired of him. And that like dynamic was really good. But like the child soldier thing with like the Ochis, like attacking their family and like creating this like enough resentment for them to go into the woods with like these guns and shoot at these monkey creatures. I thought that it was just a really intelligent way of talking about like xenophobia or like even like animal abuse to some extent, but basically I like the whole thing. I don't know. I got like really, I hit this pin 3 times and I'm starting to feel it now. So, I really like the ending too. I thought every moment of it was just perfect, and it didn't feel immature or childish. It felt like kind of more on the mature side for a child's movie.
Yeah, I felt like all the style, the visuals, like the world building. I gave it such a good world building score, very believable. I even loved that truck that he drives around, like those big old tires, and it just fit his character so much.
Everything was like just off enough to like exist in a different world, to where like when she started talking like one of them, I was like, yeah, I love this. I'm so into it. They set me up for it perfectly. Delightful movie. Yeah. And I have recommendations, but it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll jump in. So, in no particular order. Well, let's see. I'll start with this one. So the general idea. Oh, interesting. Okay, so subtle details, but there's this guy and his brother. His brother gets into some shady deals with, some bad guys, some guys in crime. And he's like, look, you got to steal 40 cars this Friday or whatever. I don't know. They just got a couple days to steal 40 cars, or else his brother's going to be outed. And so there's all these cars stealing. And then it ends with this amazing car chase. And it's called Gone in 60 Seconds.
I think I saw that as a kid, but I don't remember any of it.
Okay, now I wonder, because here's... I was expecting you to have actually seen it. I feel like it's a pretty good classic one, but we watched this one by accident. Because we were hoping to see the one with Nick Cage, the classic Gone in 60 Seconds, right?
Right.
And so, hold on, let me see if I have this. Oh, darn it. Give me a second. Well, dang it, where's that going to be?
Okay, so there are 2 movies called Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yeah. So I clicked on it thinking it was the Nick Cage one, but it's the original one that came out in 1974. And so like it was kind of weird, like the storytelling, like honestly it wasn't a great movie. Like I didn't like it that much, but then at the end we're looking at the credits and I'm learning more about it, and I found out that the writer, the producer, the director, the main actor, and the stunt driver, this Haliski guy. He had some nickname, I can't remember. But it's all the same guy. He's like the one-man show, put this whole movie together.
Oh, geez.
And so also, this holds the world record for the longest car chase scene. So that's kind of like, in a way of studying film, it may be an interesting thing to look at.
What's the year for that?
74? Double check. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I like that. This next year, we're going to start getting deep because we already like all the movies on the top of our minds are all like already thrown out there. So it's just going to go deep. These recommendations I have are wild. Okay, what's your next one?
Well, let's see. You go next, but what else was I going to say about Gone in 60 Seconds? Yeah, it's just interesting because like there was the most bizarre cuts to like these interviews of people, and they're like, they were reporting for the radio station about the car chase, and it was just so bizarre. But when I realized that, the writer, director, producer, it's all his vision. It's his dream.
Yeah.
And that's what he envisioned.
That's
and
really
he
cool.
executed it perfectly. So
I always love when movies are like that. I'll throw out my first recommendation. It's kind of like that. It's a passion project by a band called The Future Folk or Future Folk, or I've never listened to the band, but they do like modern bluegrass music. And this movie is called History of the Future Folk. And it's about...
Yes, dude.
Yeah, you've seen it?
I love that so much. I've seen it at least a couple times.
I knew you would like it. And
when I was on my space worms, dude, I wish I could remember that song, but like farming space worms and shit. Oh, it's so good. I might need to.
I grew up on my planet farming space worms.
Space worms.
He says something else, and then he's like, as far as I can tell on Earth, there ain't no space worms or something like that. I don't know. I got too stoned and I can't remember anything now.
It's all right. And I might need, like, I would definitely, I don't know that my spouse Jade has seen it, so
yeah, you gotta show it to her.
A good rewatch.
I rewatched it thinking I was watching it for the first time, but I was like, oh, I have seen this movie. And I was like, how did I forget about this? Because this is amazing. And all the like really low budget and how they were able to pull it off by setting most of it in like personal environments, like on a stage at a like stand-up club or at the house. The only time they do anything that's like would have been pricey is when they're at the police station. But the alien is even like just a guy in a suit, like a weird, like plastic, like alien suit.
Yeah, I did like that. Like I did remember being kind of inspired by these guys who just kind of low budget, but it's really the story that matters.
Yeah, it really makes me want to make a movie. Seeing them make that movie.
All right.
And so I don't know if I even said the plot, but it's about a guy coming down from a different planet, Superman style, and he discovers music. He was supposed to destroy Earth, but he discovers music, and it makes him change his whole mind about destroying Earth. And that's all I'll say about that.
Music's a powerful thing, man.
Yeah, it's so smart. A smart play on like the alien who changes his mind because he meets humans, like trope.
All right, so my next one. This is so my general theme this month are stories that keep escalating. Like you never really know when it's going to end. Like just when you think it's going to end, some more problems start happening. And this one, I was quite surprised by it. It's called After Hours, 1985, After Hours. This guy, it starts out, he's just, he's got this regular job, but he meets this cutie in a coffee shop, this cute girl, and gets her number. And then so he gets home, it's kind of late, it's like 12:30, and he calls her up and she's like, hey, come on over. It's like, oh, are you sure? It's like kind of late, but this ends up being the longest, wildest night of his life. Like everything just keeps going wrong, and man, it just like the snowball keeps building and building, and then it finally ends and like rolls credit, and I'm like, wow. And is it a dream? Is it real? Who knows? Could be. Yeah, you know,
I like that.
It's a good one. After Hours.
Okay, so the best way to describe my next pitch is it's like a porno for 13-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
Hold up. Just relax. It's okay. It doesn't contain 13-year-olds. It's not like that.
Not in the
It is a
Epstein files?
PG-13 film that was made in like the 60s. That it has the same plot as a porno movie, basically. It's starring the beautiful Farrah Fawcett, who I am allowed to crush on because she's long dead. And she plays an amazing role. She is Barbarella. Have you ever heard of Barbarella?
Oh, and that has been on my watch list for a while. I don't think I have ever seen it, but there was a pinball machine, the Barbarella pinball machine back in Utah, and I was like, oh man, I gotta see that.
There's a band called Duran Duran, and they're named after a character in the movie. They named themselves after the character the day after it like came out. But yeah, it's exactly how I described it. And honestly, I don't want to say anything else because I want you to be just as shocked watching it as I was.
All right. Well, moving right along. My last recommendation. So this, I was inspired or reminded of this film because there was an advertisement for a new show based on this movie. Like I saw these commercials, and it's called The Burbs. Have you seen The Burbs?
No. I think I've heard of it.
Oh, I'm very excited that you get to see this for the first time because so I'm actually quite upset that they're doing this show because The Burbs is one of those movies that I consider it's my top movies. I consider it a perfect movie where I wouldn't change a single line, I wouldn't change a single edit or take, it's just perfect from the, even make a note of just the opening scene. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And yeah, so The Burbs, but it's short for The Suburbs. Like it takes place in a cul-de-sac, and it's got Tom Hanks as this guy who's got a week off from work, and they got a weird neighbors, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with them. They don't quite fit into the neighborhood. He's got his pals throughout the cul-de-sac, and they're trying to investigate. And is it paranoia? Is there legitimacy to this weirdness? And kind of like my theme, it just kind of keeps escalating and escalating. You're like, oh my gosh, when's the problems they get worse, and when's it gonna end? And then it finally ends, and it's great.
Okay, yeah. I looked at the cover for the art or whatever. I don't know what that's called, separate from the case itself. And I think I have like scrolled past that before and been like, I don't know about that. So I'm excited to watch it. My last recommendation. So you didn't like the last Sam Raimi, that movie that I recommended very much, which was Darkman. Which Darkman is a perfect movie. This is not Darkman 2. Darkman 2 was not directed by Sam Raimi, so yeah, he definitely stepped away from that franchise. This is actually a Western that Sam Raimi directed. It's called The Quick and the Dead. It's about a gunslinging competition where these people, they challenge each other to duels, and it's a tiered tournament type of combat situation. And I think some of the choices that Sam Raimi does directorially definitely affect the seriousness of the movie a little bit. But other than that, it's very, very good. And it's it's one of those movies that draws you in as you watch it to where like you don't really know what the fuck's happening when you walk into it because it's like an ongoing situation, and by the end of it you really care about everybody involved, you know. So really good Western, lots of people dying.
That's one I haven't seen.
Yeah, I implore you to watch it. It is an excellent film. And it's, I mean, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is the best thing I've ever seen him make, but it's up there. I think a lot of like the camera shots work better with Spider-Man than they do in Quick and the Dead for very obvious reasons when you'll see it.
Quick and the Dead.
Yeah, The Quick and the Dead.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's to another season. The show, another year.
Yeah.
What else, man?
I'm very excited. I feel like this has given me a deeper love of film, and I am ready to take the plunge and watch at least probably, because I started doing what you were talking about and watching the movies before I recommend them to you. And so a few have gotten filtered out. So I'm going to end up probably watching at least 64 movies this year. 68. So that's going to be very fun. And I'm excited for it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to add.
Okay.
See you next month, April.
Yeah.
Oh man, I already got a good one for April.
Cool.
I realized because I watched it March 1st and I was like, oh, I gotta wait for the next